Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Indian Super League. So let's analyze the standings and let's see what's the situation right now when we are more or less with the majority of the teams at 10 games played. So the particularity of the Indian Super League is that basically we don't really have a match week after match week where everyone plays more or less the same games, but we have a schedule where we have teams that go on game by game. So we might see teams like Mohun, Bagan that are at 7 games played, and Bengaluru that have 11 games played. So that's a big difference. That's a huge difference that we rarely see in other leagues, and if we see it, is because perhaps a team is playing a continental competition, an international competition, and doesn't appear for a couple of games maximum. But yeah, 4 games, I don't think I've seen that in many leagues. Anyways, so in the league, of course, I remind everyone the top 6, so from FC Goa to Chennayin at the moment, will play in the playoffs at the end of the regular season. And of course, we'll have a regular season champ and then a playoff champ. For the playoffs, it's gonna be probably another story, because it's basically a start over almost, and it's a different dimension, it's a different way to play football. But if we look at the regular season, we have clearly clearly 2 contenders that are FC Goa and Mohun Bagan. And with them, for sure, we have 2 contenders that need a little bit more of consistency, the Kerala Blasters and Mumbai City, in my opinion. So FC Goa have just played 8 games, and Mohun Bagan have played just 7 games. They are 20 and 19 points. And these are the 2 teams that had more consistency throughout this season. Mohun Bagan, they won 6 games and just tied 1, so that's really impressive. And FC Goa has 1 more draw, but we are talking about 2 teams that are really finding a lot of consistency. Plus, for Mohun Bagan, they have their AFC Cup campaign, and that's something that is really impressive to see, associated with what they're doing in the Indian Super League. So at the moment, of course, Mohun Bagan, FC Goa, they are going great. Then we have Kerala Blasters and Mumbai City. So Kerala Blasters and Mumbai City, these are 2 teams that can certainly contend, and I'm seeing them contending for the regular season championship until the end, but they need to find consistency. Kerala Blasters have lost against FC Goa, they've tied against Mumbai City. They didn't have both these teams, they didn't have a long streak of wins. And especially for Kerala Blasters, that would be huge, because if you find that consistency, that winning in away games, in tough games, in rainy games, you need that to get a chance to fight for the championship in the regular season. And this is the difference between Mumbai City, Kerala Blasters, and Mohun Bagan and FC Goa at the moment. Of course, everything can change going forwards. Then we have Odisha, Chennayin, East Bengal Club, and Northeast United. I would say also Bengaluru, but Bengaluru is a little bit behind these 4 teams, I think, at the moment. These 4 teams will fight, I think, not for the championship, perhaps regular season championship, even though, of course, Odisha has just 8 games, 14 points, so that's a good score until now. But I think Odisha perhaps is the only one between these 4 teams that has a chance to fight for the championship title, but realistically I'm seeing these 4 teams fighting for the last 2 spots in the playoffs, so for the 5th and 6th position, and perhaps taking a spot from any of these teams if they go down for and have a bad period, they might have a chance to take a spot here. And we see these are all competitive teams. These are all teams that can do really a good season if they start to have a little bit more consistency, and that's for sure. Bengaluru, yes, I said it's like the situation of these teams, but a little bit worse. They had a worse start of the season. Certainly they have the chance to recover and play a little bit better and do something more, but at the moment I'm seeing them a step behind these 4 teams. Then we have Jamshedpur, Punjab and Hyderabad. Of course, we talked about Punjab, their first ever season in Indian Super League. They talked on how they had a goal to be in the top 6. I'm not seeing that really pursuable for them, but perhaps gaining some positions going forward, that would be great, and gaining experience in Indian Super League, that is the key for Punjab this season. Jamshedpur and Hyderabad, they need to step up, they need to change something, because of course something is not working if they are there, and with this gap from the 6th position. I think Jamshedpur has a little bit more between these 3 teams to perhaps pursue a recovery, but we have to see if that happens and how that would make that work. They would make that work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, really, the Indian Super League is really open, and having these differences in games played is a big deal. Some teams would use that to recover some positions where perhaps they didn't, like perhaps Mohun Bagan, they have 7 games played, but Kerala Blasters are in front of them. So Kerala Blasters, even though they've played a little bit worse than Mohun Bagan, now they're in front of them, so psychologically that's huge, so that more teams can use that to improve their season. That's pretty much it for this review of the Indian Super League. I hope you appreciated this video, and I hope to see you all very soon. Thank you very much.